to a brand new Ursina video. And in this video, we're going to be looking at implementing some more stuff to our code. So for example, entities and stuff like that. So to start off, if you sometimes run the program, you may sometimes notice that a little bit. Yeah, you may notice that you just fall off the void like this. And if this glitch happens to you, then consider changing the player.y a little bit down so that it doesn't just because oops, we fell off again. Try to make it lower so that because if you're like high and then you fall off, then it might cause it so that it doesn't really have time to detect the collision and you're having the same problem. Let's see, sometimes you might just need to give it a bit of time and then eventually hopefully run. Now if you're having that problem again and again, consider changing the platform width because that's probably causing some lag, which means yep, there we go, which means that the it doesn't really have much. It has a lot of entities that really can't detect properly how the player is like the collider and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep it 30 for now. Let's just make sure that everything is working properly, and it's not. Okay, we keep it 20. That should be good. So oops, change that to 10 again. Okay, so first let's just focus on fixing that problem, and then we can just, okay, there's something wrong. I don't know, maybe we'll change it to 20. And yes, we will probably make a program for the player to kind of make a safety net or something so if the player fell off, then it would like detect and then get the player up again. And okay, there we go. We're having some lag issues for some reason, and okay, it's up and working again. So speaking about the safety net or player net, we probably want to do that now or implement it now. So we'll do this. Actually, I don't know if we'll do it. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. So in Ursina, there's a function called update. Update doesn't take anything, and this basically updates whatever is inside. So it just keeps checking if there's an if statement or something. So we'll say if player dot y is less than 0, I don't know, maybe 0. Then we'll set the player dot y. I think 10 is a good number. Let's try that. And okay, we fall off, and there we go. Okay, we have some issues. We have some issues. Let's see. We can make it a negative number, maybe negative 3. Okay, if we really fell off, then hopefully we detect. And there we go. It worked. And that means each time we fall off now, or might fall off, we'll go back up again. Now we haven't tested out the sort of safety net yet, but I mean everything is working again. So yeah, there we go. Did you see that? We fell off and then it went back up again. So now we don't have to follow. We're falling off. There we go. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen, but we'll keep it for the moment because I mean we're just doing some basic stuff with Ursina for the moment. So we got that problem out of the way. Now let's actually start with today's topic. So now if you run the program, you the player are kind of lonely in this blocky world. Like there's nobody, there's no I guess animals or stuff like that. And yes, you could definitely do that, which is definitely what we're gonna do today. But the problem is that you can't make really a lot of them, or otherwise there will be a lot of code written, maybe you can make a new file for that and then import that file, which I might do later actually to organize the code. But no, not today. So we want to at least make a zombie over here and give it some characteristics. If I said that right. So we want a zombie in a world, and you could probably just do anything. So here in my assets folder, where we have the grass image, I put that zombie folder which has the source, which is those. Probably have to delete that, or no, I'll just keep it, and the textures. Now, these are just basically the model over here, which is the obj file, is for the model or the look of the zombie. And the textures is basically how it looks like. So if you implemented something crazy like a chicken texture in a zombie model, yeah, it won't look good. It will have the texture, but I don't know, shape of a zombie. Now, how did I get these textures? Well, if I go to, oops, if I go over here and sorry, over here. I'll link this in the description down below, but if you probably just type in like maybe obj model for any mob you want, then you'll probably get it. So you want to click on that download 3D model down there. Oops, download 3D model. And when you click that, you want to click that original FBX format and then click download. I'm not going to do that because I already did that. Now it might ask you to create an account, just do that real quick and you're good to go. So once you got that downloaded, it will download like an assets folder down here, or maybe not, maybe it will download a zombie or something. And then after you do that, you want to open that folder. It will have exactly, so it's sort of this one. You might need to extract it because it's a zip folder, but then if you open it, you go to source. You should see an FBX file, just like this one, or like, yeah, this one, zombie.fbx. And you might want to go to a website like the anyconf.com, where you just have to choose a file or like upload it or something, and then it will basically convert that to obj. So do that, and then if you want to put it in your assets folder or anywhere, make sure to extract that before actually implementing it. So back to our code. How do we get the model in? Now, to get the model in, first we need to actually load the model. Just like the texture, we will say zombie equals. Now, we could definitely take anything like a creeper or a chicken or whatever you want. So we'll start in by loading in the texture. So load texture like this. And then I go over here. Now, yeah, there we go. Oops. Textures. You go to textures. Now, don't worry about that. Just take that. It's called zombie, and it's a PNG file for me. Now, obviously, it won't be the same for you. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But if it's not working, then probably. So, now we're gonna go down here to where we're doing our terrain stuff, and we're gonna stop here a little bit. So we're gonna say, we need to create a new entity. So, first we'll call that zombie. Now, just to be safe, I'll call it zombie1. I don't want to have some problems with the variables and stuff. Equals, and then we would say entity just like the normal entity. Oops. And then here comes the kind of confusing part. What model do we give it? Well, here's where the obj file comes. So you'd say zombie, or obviously the name of the variable, and then model. You don't have to call it like that. I'm just calling it zombie model. You can call it anything like creeper or whatever, but it's just to avoid confusion. Equals, and this time instead of load texture, we'll do load model, just like that. Now, you want to go to your obj file over here. Now, I recommend changing the name, but I don't know if it's gonna give any errors because that sort of does it for me. So I'll just go ahead and copy that like this. and I'll paste it over here. And then I'll say okay. There we go. And then we want to load that model. So zombie model. There we go. That's the model. And then for the position, we'll leave it the same for now. The scale, we probably need to scale that. So let's do it now. Scale. Scale equals. Equals. Now scale doesn't matter, but let's do that. And I'll just go with 0.1. I think that's a good size. And then after the scale, we want to go ahead and say double-sided true because sometimes you would run into issues where if you viewed the sort of zombie from the backside, some of the zombie won't be rendered in. So the double-sided true. So that. Now, why does it not render the backside of the zombie? Well, it's because to sort of improve the performance a little bit. I know it really doesn't sound much, but it's just improving the performance a little bit. So now let's run the program. And there we go. Okay, and there we go. We got a zombie there, but it doesn't seem like the texture, right? Let's see. Zombie the PNG. Yeah, okay, so what we probably forgot to do here is specify the texture. Right, that's texture equals, and then some. So if the model is working, then probably hopefully the texture should work. And there we go, we got our zombie over here, but there seems to be something wrong with our little guy over here. Maybe this isn't a right function. Maybe it's double sided, like that. No, it's not. It's probably something like double sided or something like that. Let me just quickly check that. Okay, so I sort of figured it out over here. It's double underscore sided, and this will be true. So double sided true. There we go. And we can just close out some of the stuff I have right there. Okay, so now if we run the program, I think I misspelled something over here. And there we go. We got our zombie. We got, I guess, our zombie. So let's actually start with the position right now. So for example, maybe we want the zombie to go up a little bit because as you can see, if you take a look again, we have got a bit of problem over here. Yeah, we don't want that. So let's do a build of the zombie. So we can go ahead and do it down here in the same entity area, but we can also modify it here. And to keep things tidy and nice, we will do that. So we can say zombie, and just like the player, we can say zombie.y equals, and then you might think that you could do maybe, where was it? Oh yeah, cube. Maybe cube.y. I run that. This is valid, but oops, there's something wrong. Cube's not defined. Okay. We probably need to do that down there, but if you have like the function at the top, you can do that. So go ahead and do it down here. But we anyway specify the position of the player and zombie is not defined. I think it's zombie 1. Yeah, zombie 1. Okay, I think we can change it back to zombie. I don't see any error with that, right? Right? Okay, doesn't seem so. Let's see. I think I kind of messed it up a little bit. I don't think this could work. Okay, for now, just for experimenting, let's do player.y. Let's see if this is working anyways with the model. Does it seem to be working? No. I think we have to change the variable name. Zombie 1. Zombie number 1. Okay, let's see. Let's try and... Okay, we can't even fall off. Okay, good. So let's try and remove that entire thing over here. And maybe we could just specify why when we... Like, in the brackets. Over there. But first, let's see. So, yep, there we go. Our zombie's back. Our friend's back. And we could say... we'll do it over here. We could say... I think it's y equals, just like that, yeah. So let's start with x equals, and then we will say, we will do the same actually as the player. So we'll do plain width divided by, there we go. And then we'll say the y equals, and I'll probably do 1.3. I don't know if that's good. We'll modify it if it's not. And then we'll do z equals, again, terrain width divided by. So our zombie should be in the center, hopefully. And he is in the center. That is right in front of us, and there we go. We got a zombie standing, and this is the exact height I wanted it to be in. Real quick, let's see. Can we say this again? Let's try and do it again. Cube. Oh, why? Did that work? No. Yeah, it does. Okay, it does actually. It does, but he's sort of buried underground because the center point is what he's in. So uh, that might be a bit confusing. But the center point of the zombie is what determines its position. So if you think about it for the Y, you'll have like a cube, for example, and then the origin is the center. So it's not down there or up there. So it sort of makes sense. So all you have to do is add a couple of numbers, maybe 1.3. That could be good. And then this should be okay. And indeed it's not. You know what, we could keep it the same as this 1.2. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm noticing that two things. A, the zombie is gigantic. So I'll probably do 0.07. That worked out. And yeah, that works out. And we need to make it lower a little bit. So I go for 1.1. Now, oops. Oh, there we go. Camera one mistake. Okay. Now you will need to play around with this to obviously get the values right. Yeah, those need to be right. Let's just say 1. And there you go. Yeah, it's working. Sort of. Okay, let's just forget about the position right now, and let's give it another characteristic. So, the zombie is looking this direction. That's pretty boring. We want it so that if we move, it looks at us. Now, it won't rotate its head or something. It will rotate its whole body. And we're okay with that because we're really not doing any complex stuff yet. We're just doing some basic stuff. And so all you have to do, really, is just say zombie. I think it was look underscore at. Look underscore at. And then we would say layer. Yeah, so it takes in two parameters, the like who to look at. We want to look at the player and which direction. Like we want it to look at us from the back, probably forward. So let's try and go over here. Forward. There we go. And then hopefully it should be working. If I got the function right, yeah. Okay, zombie. Zombie is not defined. Well then, I guess I'll have to get this. And we got a weird thing over here. Now I probably noticed two issues. The first issue, we need this zombie to look at us continuously. We don't want it just to look at us instantly after we get in, and then it just stops looking at us. So we put in the update function so that it keeps happening. And this is good. Yeah, this is good. Another issue I'm noticing is that the zombie is moving its whole body down. We don't want that. You can keep that if you like, but we don't want that. So we'll just do zombie. I think it was rotation x. Not entirely sure. Dot x equals 0. I think it was like that. I really got. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. Oops. Get used to that, and then we haven't solved the problem. The function is not right. So let's see. Zombie one. Do we do it this way? Will that work? I don't think it is. I don't think it will. Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. So, bring that zombie one rotation. Maybe it was underscore one. Oh, sorry, x. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We did it. Okay. There was zombie dot rotation underscore x. Now the zombie's looking at us, but he's not doing that curve with his body anymore. So we have got a friend with us now. And as I told you, you probably could leave that alone because maybe you go up a mountain, you want to just still bend up, so you could leave that. And this is probably it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.